Welcome back, people. Normally I build up to something and show you how I did it, etc, etc, but this time I'm going to do it in reverse. You can see that this template card works for 55 degrees for Copperplate. It works. You can see it working on the 6mm, and you can see it working on the 8mm, and you can see it even work on this post-it note. So the idea behind one of these, if you've never heard of this or seen one before, let me shift all these things out of the way, is that you pop this card on the line you want. So let's say, for instance, if I just get my pencil and show you this very carefully, let's go and put the A here, our X here, our D here, and put this card, this little letterbox thing here, and that's where the X height is going to be. So I'm going to make sure because this is built for the A4 side, yeah, so it fits on an A4. I'm going to make sure that this edge of the card is on the edge of the paper. I'm also going to match up my X. So you can see the X in the slot there. So that's the line I've got to make sure the bottom of that letterbox is perfectly on that line. Once it is, you then put a little marker there, little marker. Try not to move it too much, but once you've done these little holes, like dots within it, it's only got to be rough. It's got to be quick and it's easy. That's what I wanted. You'll end up with like a 2-row dot thing, if you can see that. Yeah, and then with your ruler, you bring your ruler in, you get to the 2 dots, very lightly put a little line in, and then another little line for that one. Then then you're always on 55 degrees. This is my plan, and it works. It worked. I can't believe it worked. Normally my plans don't work. I just thought, is there an easy way to know without using the protractor every time you want to do it, or printing out a template sheet, which would be easier, but using electric, using ink, it's costing you money. Where this way it isn't going to cost you any money, and you can build this template card to be always at 55 degrees every time, and you can see that it works. Then you can write anything you want within it. You can see that it does this. So how do I then, the question is, and you can do that across all of your papers, as long as you bring in that first dot's the most important. So let's say the line is this one here, say for instance, and we put it in there. The moment that first dot comes on the page there, we're going to be putting a dot there, a dot there, a dot there, dot there, dot there, and you can just make out the dot there. So then you put your ruler on. I know it's stupid to do it like on this pad, but it works even on this pad. And now you can do Copperplate there. How easy is that, people? With this card, you're always going to be at 55 degrees. So how do I make it? Let me show you. Let me move that out of the way, and move that out of the way before there's an accident. Move this out of the way. I'm going to need, put that away, I'm going to make a new one. This cardstock is 400 GCM. That's what this cardstock is. It's hefty stuff, okay? I want it at least, I worked out these lines here, 8 lines width. So 8 lines width from the top of this here is, we're going to mark that off now. There they are. So we know, I think it was 6.5. Let's have a look. Where's it gone? I think it was 6. The width of it was 6.5. Yes, it was. So if we now put that at 6.5 there, and we make a little look, can you see that? We make 6.5 and put it there. You'll have to do your measurements after your way, do you know what I mean? But either way, I worked out at 6.5 as my depth I need it to be, or I want it to be, sorry. I don't need it to be anything. It's your choice if you want to make one. You're going to draw these lines together, these 2 dots. If you've done that correctly, it should be 6.5 here, 6.5 there. And then I know that these these lines to this paper here, right, to this paper, which is the A4 refill pad, are 8mm. So we're going to do that down here, and we're going to mark off 8s. So we go, put it on, we're going to go 8mm, which is there, then 2 8s are 16, so that puts it there, another 8 makes it 24, which puts it there, another 8 puts it at 32, so that puts it there, another 8 puts it at 40, another 8 puts it at 48, which puts it there, and then 48 and 56, which puts it there. So now I've got all these dots going across. We've got to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to, come on card, move. We're going to do the same on this side. So we need it at 8 mils, about there, thank you. Then 16 mils, which puts it there. Then 24 mils, which puts it there. Then 32 mils, which puts it there. Then 40 mils. Then 48 mils. Then 56 mils, which puts it there. Then draw these lines together. It's just so that you know where your letterbox is going to be put. It's your choice where you put it. But this is how I do it anyway. I've done it for the first time. Hopefully this one will look a bit neater than the first attempt, because I had to do some testing. That was testing. Now I know that this card's pretty thick stuff. Cutting it, you might have to do it, run the scalpel or the Stanley knife across it twice to cut through such a thick card. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have to at 400 GCM. It's a bit shiny, the paper is, but the card. But once you've got it, that's it. It's done. Hey, what's up in here? Oh, I've missed a line out. See, even I make a mistake. I'll have to rub that out after. There you are, mate. That's meant to go on that one, isn't it? There's 3, there's 4. That goes there, Bill. That's better. How have I got that then? I've made a booby. Turn over. Right, people. I'm going to look at that. It's all gone to squiff. I'm going to leave it in, people. I'm going to redo it and redo the lines. So I'll see you guys back in a minute. Welcome back, people. Now, with that problem sorted, what I've done is I've given it numbers. So 1 to 8. So I've got like two below it, 2 below it, two above it, and two below it line widths for the dots. Okay, that's what I did here for the dots. And then I put my A, the ascenders, X for the body height, and D for the descenders. I'm keeping it to the 1:1:1 ratio. And now it comes to actually forming the letterbox. Now, basing it on this design, what I did first, I could have actually then extended the letterbox. So how do I do that? Get your ruler, you know where the X height is. Put yourself, this line here is 1.5 centimeters. So we'll put a nice line level with this, something like there, line-ish, you know, don't got to be great, but a nice little line here. Just extend it slightly. Can you see that I've extended it slightly past the lines? You need that line, these extended lines, for the sake of knowing where you to start cutting. So we know that's the line. So then we can come right to the edge and form another little straight line. Okay, so now we've got this straight line and straight line, and it's on the same line. Great. Now comes the dangerous part, cutting it. Hopefully, people, I don't cut myself. Right then, knowing that I've got to get it on the line there, and that's on the line there, we know then where I'm dragging it, see? So now I've got this going, I can then push this. It doesn't matter if you go over the line a little bit. Yeah, and then run it again because it's 400 GCM. That should cut that in rough states. Now this is the most important line, making sure that this is correct. Because if this is wrong, your bottom line, it won't work. Dangerous. I'm hoping that's gone through. If not, you can use a bit of jiggery pokery. And then you want to do your two little slits. You can't see that, can you now? Right, do little slits here. Again, run twice past it. That should have done that. And then we do this little slit over here where the line is. It doesn't matter if it goes beyond it, it doesn't matter. Basically, it's cut the letterbox into your paper. Hopefully, people, it just, look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay, a little bit of snagging, but a little bit of this. Oh, look at this. Who's this guy? It works. First time. There's a little bit on that corner. I'm just going to get my little scalpel and take it out. I want this one to be right, you know what I mean? Because this is going to be the actual template I'm going to use. So with that done comes the next bit, using the protractor. Now, come on, give me the protractor. Bloody hell. I can't pick up the protractor, people. I will do. There it is. Bloody hell, I'm fingers and thumbs here. Right, let's get rid of that guy. How do you use a protractor on this? Well, see this line that I've got here on the border. If you can see that now, you can see this line on the thingy. I'm going to be putting my protractor. See, the temptation with the protractor is to put the bottom of that line onto this thing here, but you're not going to do that. You're going to put it on the actual edge. And this line here, which is the straight bit, the straightest line at 90 degrees, that goes on that line. So it sits on the line itself, okay, at the bottom. So that goes there. We're going to mark 55 degrees. Let me get that right. Yeah, we're going to mark 55 degrees. So this is the bottom one. So 55 is there. So we're going to mark ourselves at 55 there. Now, if we're going to say that, then the first dot has to go here. Now, if we get ourselves a ruler, here it is, and we put them two lines together, we should end up with something that looks like that, and that's at 55 degrees. Now, the spacing between these two, or my original card design, I think was 1 inch. So all the way along here, from that, we're going to mark 1 inch, okay? 1 inch. So we put 1 inch there, 2 inch there, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, 7, and we'll put the 8 in, but I don't think we need it because it covers that anyway. But now how do we get these other points? Well, again, protractor. You're going to put the centerpiece, that line, on that dot, yeah. But put it at the base of this thing. So don't put it on the line. Put it at the bottom of it. So you're going to marry that up best you can, and that's about there. So if that is the case, 50, 55 puts it there. Put it again on the dots. There it is. 55. We then 55 is there. Okay. Then we go again on the same dot. Yeah, this one. Make sure that's on the right thingy. 55. There. Go again. And I could have cut all this out and just done it for you there, but the next stage is noisy, so I'm just going to go to the end and do every one of them so that it works. Put that in roughly there. 55. That puts it there. Whew, it's not work under this bulb. But once you've done it, you can always do, if you want to do your practice sheets without building templates, you don't need to build a template. You never have to use the protractor again. I think I won't bother with that one. I think I'm happy with that, people. And then if you, I can use this, can't I? That's it. Get these two lines together, form, that'll do. Tell you, it doesn't matter if it goes over a little bit. It's a template thing, it really doesn't matter. So once you've got this working and done, we'll move on to the noisy bit. I'll show you the one, maybe two, so you might want to turn down the volume when I do the hole punching, because these things are bloody noisy. It's hard to see where the dot is, but if you can do it, persevere and do this, the hard work. The rest, next time you want to do some easy practice and always be at 55 degrees, you've got this going on. Right, that's that done. Easy peasy. Now it's the final stage, which is this guy. This is a hole punch. Okay, people, let's span it out a little bit. This is a hole punch, and you pull it. You put your card down, and then you pull on this real loud. It's a loud thing. And I see all these little points that I put. I'm gonna aim for that line above it. Okay, let me show you that. You can see where I've got that point, where I put that pointers. I'm just gonna put it there, just above that line. 2 lines above it, 2 lines below it. I'm gonna put it about there. So 2 lines below it, or 1 line below it. I'm gonna put the first one there. So we aren't damaging the integrity of this envelope, if you like. Let's do the first one. I think I'm going to put it there. I think I'm right. Hold it with this hand. Yeah, hold it with this hand quite sturdily. Make sure you're in the right position. Hold up. And you make a hole. I'm going to do that all the way along. And then if you get yourself a little paper clip, because you need it with these old punchy things, you're going to need to get a paper clip and then try and get it out there. Do you know what I mean? Get a bit. Let's do one more for you. So this top one, I'm going to be putting about just 2 lines up from the actual letterbox. Can you see that, people? Only just. Hey, hey, hey! And this one, oh, that other one fell out. Happy days. There we are, people. So when you come back, I'd have completed this, and then we'll do a cut, and it's done. So see you guys in a minute. Welcome back. We've only got one more to do. It's painful. Hey, it's getting these little tags out. I didn't want to save all that noise. Yeah, get one of these, man. Good stuff. I've got some more somewhere. There they are. I've got different sizes of these things. This one is the 3.2 millimeters. I mean, you could have gone for the smaller one, but the larger one, or the really small one. But for some reason, my tester said this one worked. That's the 3.2 millimeter. Right, people, let's get rid of all that. We don't need that no more. We've done all the cleaning. Let's move that out of the way. Let's push all those noggins out of the way. Now comes the best bit. We cut the card, and we can start actually using my new template the way we wanted to. So get some thing out, Bill. Right. Let's get that cut along that line. Hold it steady, and you might have to, again, even with this 400 GCM card, run it across twice, and it should. I'll have that. Hey. There we go. Oh, I like it. That's better. That's a better one. The only downside is, if you look at if you can see that on the camera, using them things damages your mat. But hey ho. Now then, let's put this away before we stab ourselves, because we don't want that. Stab this on the paper. Get my pencil. as you see me make this template, we're going to get we're going to go A here, our X and our D, so we know where I want to put it. We're going to bring that X into play, make sure it's on the paper. Okay, that's that done. We're going to put a hole here, or a dot, dot. I know now I'm going to be at 55 degrees every time, people, without using the protractor again and again and again. Doing that again is like dots. Happy days. Put my ruler on, get me on there. It's rough and ready practice, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And best bit about this is you can do 55. Some scripts are saying 45. Some scripts will say I want this script at 30 degrees. You can make as many of those templates as you wish. It's done, people. How nice is that? Then you can get your pencil and start your calligraphy. All at 55 degrees, isn't it great? Not quite at 55 degrees because I aren't comfy. And then we go to the I, that comes up then, doesn't it? And then we have the G. And again, we're sticking to that 1:1 ratio. Okay. And then the G, the A to the P, so we need a nice big strong P. Then the compound curve. And then the P to the H, that can come up. Then the P, H to the Y. I've done this very quick, people, but they are. It works, doesn't it? So this template idea actually works. There's the old one with this little slit, but having a larger slit actually, there's two things. It just makes it a bit easier to see where you're going. Do you know what I mean? It just does. It's easier to see it. So if you want to build yourself one of these guys, please do. I've just shown you how to make one. It's quite easy. And does it work on other pads? Yes, it does. It doesn't matter what. I did this for 8mm, but it still works for them too. This pad is at 6mm. Well, these lines are. Okay, and it worked for that too, and it works. In fact, you can fit this possibly on it. Oh, just proving it, you can stick it on a sticky note. So it actually works, people. So if you want to build yourself one of these simple templates, yeah, I've just shown you how to do it. Hopefully you found this constructive and you liked what you saw, and yeah, go build yourself a Copperplate. Well, I could call it an angle template. And you can build it any way you want. I've got to put that in there. 55 degrees for Copperplate. Copperplate. Now, mate, 55 degrees for Copperplate. I mean, you can write these and do one for any script you want to, and then you're always at the right degree. Do you know what I mean? So that's it, people. If you want it, if I can find a link for any of these, I'll leave them in the description. But go build yourself a template, guys. And thanks very much for watching. Bye now.